All right, guys, so this is going to be a quick one, but I'm going to be talking about the number one biggest mistake that failed YouTubers make and also how to avoid it. So there's a meme that I'm going to use to illustrate this. It's basically not uploading enough and overthinking. Okay. So you guys see me right now. I had a little bit of time, I've got to go do something here in a moment, but I had a little bit of time to record a video. And so I'm getting that video in very quickly before dinner. And then I got to do something else. And I decided to make a quick video, right? And this video is recorded with 2 iPhones. And I have a little DJI mic, and that's it. 2 iPhones, one right here, one right there, and a DJI mic. And really, you didn't even need the DJI mic. Like this iPhone here, the audio from it is pretty good. This iPhone here, the audio from it is pretty good as well.
I guess we can switch the audio really quickly and you can see what it sounds like, especially when you throw it through some really good software.
One really good one is Adobe Podcast, right? And so many people overthink this, right? How in the world am I going to make content? I don't have enough time. I have to edit the content. I have to come up with the ideas, blah, 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 blah. Just all that crap, just excuses. Now, here's the meme to illustrate this. On the low side of the IQ spectrum, you have people that are I'm just going to record videos, right? And these are kind of like, I don't want to like call anybody out. I hate calling people out by name, but a lot of people make fun of YouTube influencers, right? The Jake Pauls of the world, that kind of thing, right? And, they think that those people are low IQ. And I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But basically, these are people who just freaking recorded videos, right? A lot of the biggest influencers, the people that have the most subscribers, they're not particularly smart. They just recorded videos, okay? Then you've got the midwits, okay? And these are the people that are in the middle of the IQ spectrum. And these people are like, oh, I need to have the perfect camera with the perfect lens, and I need to study how to edit videos correctly, and I need to have a really good script that has the right storytelling and the right pacing, and has the anecdotes, and it has all the perfect stuff inside of it. And I don't know what videos to make, but I have to buy really good SEO software to come up with the best video ideas. And I need to follow, the perfect protocol. And if every little thing isn't exactly perfect, it's not going to turn out well for me. And what ends up happening is, of course, analysis paralysis. They don't end up uploading videos. And of course, they never get any success. Or maybe they upload one video, they put a ton of effort into it, they spend like 40 hours on it, it doesn't do well, and then they get heartbroken. They're just crushed by that. And then they just, give up on YouTube. YouTube's a scam, doesn't work. People got lucky, blah, 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 right? And then you got people on the other end of the spectrum, the other end of the IQ spectrum, and they're just like, I'm just going to upload videos, right? And a perfect example of this is like the All In podcast. This is 3 billionaires and a fourth guy who's almost a billionaire. And what did they do when they just started uploading? They just recorded conversations between the 4 of them. That's it. These are some of the smartest people in the world, right? It's no mistake that they became billionaires, right? If you think that they got lucky, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's always some luck involved, but like they're smart. They're very smart guys. They probably have at least like 130, 150 plus IQ, easily, okay? So they just record conversations of themselves talking about topics, and that's it. When Mr. Beast first started on YouTube, he would just record videos. Like, he didn't overthink things. He just recorded videos, and then he just focused on making better videos and coming up with better video ideas. That's it. And then eventually he came up with an idea that worked extremely well, which was extreme challenge videos. One time he said Logan Paul's name for like 24 hours straight or something like that. He said it like a million times. He started giving money away and just doing extreme challenges, right? And he probably got it from other, types of content. Like, there's other people that have been doing extreme challenge videos on TV, for instance. There's guys that, will stand on top of a pole for a really long period of time. There's people that have been buried underground for long periods of time. There's one guy who did a challenge where I think his name is David Blaine, right? Pretty cool guy. He did a challenge where he stayed up in this glass house that was suspended above London for like 30 days, and he didn't eat any food the entire time. And so, he probably got the challenge video format, the extreme challenge video format from somewhere else, and he brought it to YouTube. And that was one of the probably hundreds of different video ideas he tried out. and it worked. And his first videos, like when he did saying Logan Paul a million times, it was terrible. It was recorded with a shitty webcam, right? But it did extremely well, and he became known for doing the extreme challenge videos. Then he integrated some money into those, and the rest is history. He just focused on making better videos, and now his videos are insanely good, right? But he found the right idea first, and that's the key thing. You need to find the right ideas, okay? The idea is the most important thing that will make or break your video. Once you find the right idea, then you can increase your content quality. But until you find the right idea, don't even bother, okay? You're just wasting your time, and you're just overthinking things. It's kind of like a product, right? If you have a product that nobody gives a about and nobody cares about it, it doesn't matter how good your marketing is and how good the product itself is, or how good, you know, your customer service is, or any of the other crap, right? If nobody gives a about your product, they're not going to buy it. So what do the smartest people in the world do? And they basically turn this into a science, Silicon Valley. They make what's known as a minimum viable product. And they test out a bunch of different products, see if people actually want it. And then when they determine that people actually want it and they're actually willing to spend money on it with a minimum viable product they didn't spend a load of money on, that is when they decide to spend a ton of money and a ton of time and a ton of effort, put a ton of effort into the product. But most people put the cart before the horse, okay? Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. Test out different ideas. Once you find the idea that works, by the way, test out different ideas with minimum setup. Once you find the idea that works, that's when you can consider making higher quality content, putting more effort into it, etc. But what the midwits do is they think that they can, you know, they see problems that aren't even there yet, right? And they put the cart before the horse, and they're trying to think too far ahead. It's like if you're in a chess game and you're trying to calculate like 30 moves ahead, right? And then you realize 2 moves in, your opponent does something that you didn't think was going to happen. And then you just wasted all of that time and effort calculating 30 moves ahead, right? It's stupid, right? The best chess players in the world, they probably only calculate like 5 moves ahead, max, right? And you know, people that aren't that smart also probably only calculate 5 moves ahead, right? So it's kind of funny how that works, the bell curve, right? Because people end up doing the same exact things. So yeah, you know, I had, you know, a few minutes here. I had a little bit of time, and I thought I'd just explain this because this is the most common thing that I see. This happens to everyone over and over again. And, you know, if you want to stop overthinking what videos to do, just use the icon method, where you find videos that did really well from a small channel, and they were objectively either mediocre or preferably bad. I've talked about the icon method on other videos on the channel. You can check those videos out. I show you exactly how I do it on my channel. In fact, my first ever video that took off, I used the icon method. It was the most useless degrees. I found a video that was from a small channel that got a lot of views. It was like a 10,000 subscriber channel, got over 700,000 views. And the video was mediocre, or in this case, it was actually objectively bad, okay? And that was my first ever video that took off, okay? So I literally just tell you guys exactly how I do it. Okay, so check out that video, and I'll, you know, go into more detail on exactly how it's done. And just stop overthinking about what videos to do. Now, if you're watching this and you're already a successful YouTuber, what you want to do is just look back at your videos that were successful, and then make more videos like those. Like make a hypothesis. Why was this video successful? And, you know, spoiler, it's usually going to be the idea, and then the second most common thing is it's the format of the video. So the first most common is it's the idea of the video. You're talking about an idea that people actually gave a shit about. The second most common thing is it's the format of the video. So was it a listicle? Was it a how-to? Was it a step-by-step guide? Was it a case study? Was it some kind of hybrid of these types of things? Kind of like Mr. Beast did challenge-style videos that also that he gave money away, right? So it was kind of like a hybrid, right? Nobody had ever really done that before. There were a lot of like prank channels or reaction channels that would give money to people and see their reaction, and then there were a lot of there were some channels that were doing the challenge style content, but there weren't a lot of channels that did both at once. Okay, and he did extreme challenge, plus he mixed it with money. So in his case, it was the format, right? And that's what really took off. And of course, when that started doing really well, what did he do? He did a whole lot more of it. Okay, so stop overthinking. You can even use ChatGPT, by the way. Just download your analytics, use ChatGPT. And by the way, if you want to see the analytics from my exact channel, I literally put it down in the description in the pinned comment below. You can see all the analytics, the entire history of my channel. I make that available to people because I just, definitely no other YouTube gurus are going to do that, right? So check that out down in the description in the pinned comment below. And also, if you need a quick start guide on how to actually start making videos, especially if you're a busy business owner or if you're a YouTuber that's spending way too much time making videos, I've got that down in the description and the pinned comment below. And that's going to help you to just consistently upload content. Because what you're missing here is a system to consistently upload content. And when you're able to do that, you're going to find the right ideas and the right formats that work for you and work for your audience. But the first thing you do is you need a system so that you can consistently upload that content to find the right ideas, right? And do it in an intelligent way where you're more likely to find the right ideas, right? So I give away exactly what that system is down in the description and the pinned comment below. So check that out. And yeah, when I stopped overthinking and just started making more content, if I have a little bit of time, just like I do now before dinner, I'm about to go eat some shirataki rice and some Japanese steak, and had a little bit of time, and I decided to make this video because I knew a lot of people needed help with it, and that is what got me success. I remember there was a couple videos where I'd spend like over 50 hours on the video. There's one video in particular I remember the pain when this video didn't do well. It was insanely painful, where I spent like over 100 hours making this full course on this video, and it was insanely painful. And the video just completely flopped on my channel. It was awful. And then the video that took off originally on my channel, The Most Useless Degrees, took me less than 3 hours to make. And I did it all by myself too. Less than 3 hours, right? And that's everything. The idea, writing the script, editing the video, uploading, optimizing, 100%, less than 3 hours, right? And that video got 4 million views, right? But I stopped overthinking and I realized that the things that actually matter are the idea and the format and finding out what your audience actually wants. And the way to get there is by consistently uploading. And the way to consistently upload is by having a system for uploading properly and finding the right video ideas. That's when everything changed for me on YouTube. And that's when I was able to absolutely take off, get 1 million subscribers, start a second YouTube channel that's doing phenomenally well right now, where it's a niche channel where I only talk to basically busy business owners like coaches, consultants, online service providers, or YouTubers that really want to go pro, monetize their channel effectively, or systematize their content creation process so they're not spending all their time making YouTube videos. For instance, I only have to spend like an hour a week on my main channel. Originally, I got it down to like 4 hours a week. I thought that was good, but then I took it to the next level, and now I only have to spend like an hour a week on my main channel. Right now, we're 4.5 months ahead, right, on content on the main channel. And that's exactly what can happen for you as well. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead, book a call down in the description and the pinned comment below. This is exactly what we help people do. We want to make YouTube as easy as possible, especially for busy business owners or YouTubers that are spending way too much time on YouTube doing stuff that doesn't matter, because that's like 99% of YouTubers, even successful ones. So book that call down in the description below. We'll see what you're doing right now, where you want to get to, what your goals are, figure out a plan to get you from where you are now to your goals, and see if we're a good fit to work together or not. Another thing that we do is we hire for people as well. So that's another service that we provide. So check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And if you want to see a perfect example of someone who is overthinking things and doing all the wrong things, Sean, when he first started working with us, he was a coach and a YouTuber who's making about 10 to 30K per month. And he was stuck there for a very, very long time. And what ended up happening is he basically was just doing a lot of stuff that didn't matter. And within 9 months of working with us, he scaled all the way to over $600,000 a month. And you can check that video out by clicking right up here.